All right, gang, welcome back to a 200 horsepower challenge on Calm Lands. You joined me very early in the morning of October at 7:42 a.m. to be exact, and we have some new items on the farm. I went away a little, well, I went against a little bit of what I said in the last episode, and I've added a few things, removed a few things as well from our farmyard. We also, as you can see straight ahead of us, have a new harvester. We now have 2 harvesters, and we have a new tractor. I bought this new Kloss here. It's a Kloss 820. It's nearly 200 horsepower. I think it's 197 horsepower, so about as close as you can get to 200 horsepower. I thought it was a better fit for us than just getting a plethora or a whole fleet of the same exact Massey Ferguson, so we bought that one. So basically what we did was we sold our Fiat and traded it in for that. Was not a cheap tractor by any means, but we did buy that. We also sold off camera all of the products that have been made overnight. We sold all of those, and we sold Grandma's house here because it was done, with the exception of as far as selling all the product, with the exception of the maple syrup. I'm going to try, may not be this episode, but soon enough, I'm going to try to find a new production for maple syrup. Maybe make pancakes or something like that here in the future. But for now, I've kept them there. We're not doing anything with them. But yeah, this is our new Kloss. It's exactly the same as the other one we have. I think it just makes the most sense. It's 200 horsepower. It's the highest we can get in this challenge. And it holds a decent amount, 5,000 and some liters. So it just made the most sense to me. But the sunflowers are ready to harvest, so we're going to be harvesting those today. We also have a lot of other things to do today. Specifically, let me show you. Not only is the sunflowers ready to harvest, the soybeans are ready, our 3 root crop plots are ready, and our oat is ready. And I already kind of started harvesting part of it here because I've been working on very slowly. I'll have to show it to you when we get over there, but trying to spruce the farm up a little bit. It's not perfect by any means, but it's been a couple of, well, I say a couple of episodes. It's probably been 8 episodes now since I've done any kind of sprucing of the farm. Where I mean trying to make it look prettier, trying to make it look better. I've just been placing stuff down and then we've been going. I've tried to make it look a little bit better, look a little more realistic. We've put down some more gravel. I'll continue to work on that as we carry on here, but it just felt like it was time to do that, so I did a lot of that off camera, and I will show that to you very soon. I want to get around the headland here, and then I will throw this on a worker, and then we will probably jump over to our other harvester and get it going on the oats. I don't think we're going to do every field we have to harvest today. We've got a lot to do today, as you saw. Now, off camera this morning early, I went ahead and I fertilized both of the fields up there, both the canola fields that we planted in the last episode. We did a lot of fertilizing lately, so I just felt like it was not something really I need to show you a second time in the next episode again. So I did all that off camera. But yeah, man, sunflowers. I also took a look at the products we have here. I think the canola is best to sell next month. Yeah, next month. So we will probably wait on that. We'll keep an eye on co-op. It's at 3,804. The average best is 3,822. So we could sell it today if we need to, but I don't think we're... I didn't put it on cruise control. I don't think we're going to need to. I just personally think we're fine as far as the money goes that we have, because we bought a lot. We did a lot of upgrades. I mean, we bought a new tractor, a new harvester, and then I told you we've done some other things to the farm itself. Now, the things we did to the farm itself really weren't that expensive, but regardless, we did do some stuff there as well. The corn is not best until June. Now, it's going to jump rapidly in December, but still, June is the best, and we're probably going to continue to do the fish farming with that for the most part. Plus, we have another field of corn over there that will be ready to harvest here at some point, so... my vision here, gang, is to keep both of these fields, this field and that cornfield over there, the same. So this will be sunflowers for the rest of the series, probably, moving forward. And then that corn over there will be the same. We may expand these fields a little bit when we buy more of this land around us. But these are kind of going to be staying as is. Now, we are planting the big field. Now, we've taken a lot of that big field away. You can kind of probably see one of the things that I've added in the distance. You might not really know what it is, but you can see it from a distance here. So we've taken a little bit more of that land away once again, but I think it's for the better. We are switching our soybean field. So our soybean field had always been that field way back there that is ready to harvest today until now. The big field is now going to be soybeans, at least for the foreseeable future, I think. We have, well, I'm not going to say what the idea is, but I have an idea for that field back there. I just don't know if it's going to work how I want it to or not. So to give me some ability to do some tests, I'm going to move the soybeans from there over to here. And soybeans take a while to grow, kind of like canola. So I think it makes sense. I kind of like having the big field, be something that's going to yield a lot. We don't have to harvest it as much. I think it makes the most sense for this series because this is the biggest, harvester we can have, right? So I think kind of spreading that out a little bit makes the most sense. Now, ideally, well, maybe not today. We might buy it today, but we're not going to do anything with it. We might buy another field, or another plot of land, today. Ideally, I want to buy 24. It's 151,000, so it would give us literally about 110 grand. Well, it'd probably be less than that by the time we're done with this episode, because we're going to have a lot of these guys having to get paid, because we're doing a lot of workers today. A lot, because we got a lot to do. But I don't think we're going to get every field harvested today, like I mentioned. I just don't see any way of that happening. We still need to get sugar beets or sugar cane or whatever kind of sugar we decide to do and plant it in there. Still a work in progress, but we've got a lot of things to do right now, so I haven't really focused on that yet. That'll be an episode here in the very near future when we don't have anything to do, because it's going to be happening very soon here. So let me go ahead and throw this on a worker gang. We're going to get the worker to do the rest of this. I'm actually going to also, as I mentioned, the sunflowers here, I'm going to take a little bit of the sunflower away. So probably this first pass right here, I'm going to make this not sunflowers, just because it gives me a little bit more room when I'm maneuvering myself here to pick up the pallets of maple syrup. So that's kind of my idea here, at least, is to take a little bit of the sunflowers away, but not too much. Not as much as over here where we left a lot because of the corn. So, let's talk about new things I added. What is he doing? What are you doing? He is going the wrong way. Sometimes they do this. They go the wrong way. I don't understand why they do it. So you're going to see it now. You're going to see the 2 items that I've added now. Well, 3 items, technically. I added a little hedgerow you can see there. It's a work in progress. I'm not sure I love it as much as I wanted to, but it's a work in progress regardless. So we've got the hedgerow. You can see a big shaded building over there. We'll talk about that in a second. We have a new maintenance building. So this is our maintenance area. I removed that little tiny, truck workshop thing, whatever you want to call it, trailer thing. And we have this now. So this is pretty nice. We'll be able to pull up here and work on all of our equipment from there. And then we have this. So what this is going to be utilized as, there's nothing on it right now, but it's going to basically hold our headers. So all of our... Why do you keep going that way? Go this way. It's probably because of that. Let's just go down here. I'll start them down here. Here we go. This is close enough. So it's a header rack. So basically, I'm going to be able to stack my headers on top of here, and we're going to have a lot, right? Right now we have 3. We're ideally going to get another header, cereal crop header at a minimum. But we also have our mowing, our swather header. So we can put all of those up here. Now, the only problem with this is we're really only going to be able to fit 4, more than likely. It could fit 6, but we're probably only going to be able to fit 4, unless we buy another forklift or wheel loader that can go higher than our Volvos. Our Volvos, unfortunately, can only put it up to this high. So ideally, what happens is you get into the harvester, and you drive the harvester up with the header up to the front of the forks of the Volvo. You drop them on the front of the Volvo forks. The Volvo will then raise them up and put them in their place. So that is a better use of our area, I guess is what I will call it, than just continue to put them back and forth on the header trailers. So we still are going to need the header trailers. We are. Because if we have to, well, whenever we have to take them across the bridge, right, you need the header trailer. So, we're going to have to, you know, work with that as well, I guess is what I would say. So let's get this guy going. Over here. And we've got a lot of other things we have to do today. So we need to get the chickens some wheat. This is oat, so this is not going to work, so we're going to have to get the wheat that's in our silo. That's why we kept some. I think we have about 4,000 liters in there. It should be plenty for the chickens, honestly. But we have 2 pallets of eggs that are already done. They're maxed out. So we need to take those over to one of our productions so we can turn the eggs into another kind of production that makes us more money, right? But that's all stuff that's coming in the future, right? We've got to get more product to be able to start utilizing some of these other productions. More specifically, over there, we need to get some cows going so we can actually create milk, which means we can make strawberry ice cream, which is really what I want to do with the one implement over there that's not being utilized. Or the one production over there that's not being utilized, I should say. And yes, the tree log is still there. It's a running joke. It's still there. I will get rid of it, I'm sure, at some point, but we've just been having so many things to do lately that it's just been kind of sitting there in the way. That's all right. We'll get it taken care of soon enough. Hold on a second. I think he couldn't turn around because he's an idiot. He did. Yeah, he's catching up, so we got to get this done quickly. Tell you what we're going to do here. We'll go back to this one. Throw it on a worker. He's not going to get all the way up to the top. He's going to be a dummy because of the trees, but that's all right. We'll get this done so the worker that's drilling the field doesn't catch up to us. We've got to get this field sprayed. We probably need to lime this field as well. I know I did not lime those fields up there. It's a misstep on me, but it's all right. It's okay. It won't be that big of a loss to our yield. I don't know. What do you think? You guys like the little hedge fence here I'm trying to make? Oh, natural fence. Workers can drive through it, which is, I guess, a good thing. Where they can't drive through that white fence I put up there. All right, we'll be good. We'll be good. The other thing I want to do is I want to expand this field ever so slightly. It's not going to be a huge expansion, but bring it down here and take out this portion of this grass right here all the way to the end. Just give it a little bit more. I don't really have any other plans for that section right there. The only thing that's going to be there is that one barn. Okay, come on. Get it together. We do have a pallet of fabric over there that we need to go ahead and pick up and put into Grandma's house there so we can get some clothes moving. We have not done that yet, but we will here in just a second. All right, that is done. What do you guys think, though? You like the upgrades I've made? What do you think about the hedge fence? I need to work on it a little bit more, I think. But I like the idea. I also graveled everything else up here at the farm. You probably noticed it already, but didn't really mention it yet. So, all the farm around, all the basic yard area that was kind of dirt and gravel mixed together is now just gravel. I tried to make... I'm not as good as Northern Farm Sim or anybody else, but I tried to make it look a little bit more realistic by having different colors of gravel and some dirt showing still. Just to kind of, you know, break it up a little bit, because that's kind of how you would think you would see gravel. Gravel's not going to be perfect. It's going to have divots in it, right, from the heavy equipment traveling on it, mostly in the same exact area. So we need to fertilize this field, so we'll get a worker going and fertilizing this field as well. A lot of things to do today. We got to roll this field. A lot to do. We got to lime it. A lot of things to do. We're going to fertilize it first, then we'll go ahead and flip to lime and get some lime out, and we'll get it going. So this worker is definitely going to catch up to that one very quickly. Always go a little bit too far out when I do my turn. I don't know why I think there's enough room there, but there's not. What's it doing? It's like spinning its wheels or something. Why is it going so slow? It shouldn't be going that slow. I don't understand why it's going that slow. It's that one of the strongest tractors we have. It doesn't make any sense to me. Uh-oh. The game has been freezing up on me lately. I don't know if it's been happening to anybody else or if it's just me. I don't know if maybe there's too much going on here. Every time I do that, it fixes itself. I don't understand it. 180 horsepower. We have more than 180 horsepower on that tractor. That tractor has, I think there's 197. Yeah, 197. So it shouldn't be having any issues. It should be going 9 miles per hour, like it says it can do. So why is it not going 9 miles per hour? We'll have to keep an eye on that. Very weird. Alright, I'll put that on a worker for now. One of them is probably full, I would assume. Yep. The other one's probably pretty close to full at this point, too. So I think what we're going to do is jump into the Massey Ferguson here. We may end up upgrading one of the John Deeres as well. Oh, and then I also added this. I forgot to talk about this. I had a little tiny, super tiny shed barn right behind our house. It really is not going to fit a whole lot, but it does fit the roller. So we put the roller in there. So that's one less thing that has to be in our big barn here, which now we have a good amount of room in there. So really good for us. Really, really good for us. I'm just going to drive across this field. I don't think it's not going to harm it. All right. This is a good thing as well for us having 2 trailers now, because we're going to need this one for the other field, because we got so much going on. Yep, he's got a full grain tank now. And he is facing the correct way, which is a good thing. So we can fill that up really quick. It won't be an issue for us when we fill that up. Flip a Yui here. Perfect. Why did it turn off? Did not ask it to turn off. It didn't say turn off at all. Weird. That's so weird. Alright, that's out of the way. Alright, he's good. They're good. When he turns around here, we're going to take over and finish this up really quick, because he's catching. Well, they're going to run into each other, so I'm going to stop it now anyway. Go ahead and get the other John Deere going here. We'll get it on the roller. We'll get the roller going for this field as well. Just saving ourselves all kinds of time. Now, I don't think we're going to drill. Ooh, I just ran right into it. I don't think we're going to drill I don't think we're going to drill all the fields. I don't think we're going to drill both the sunflower and this field. I don't think we're going to get both of them drilled today. But we will probably drill one more of those, I'm sure. Probably be this tractor. For whatever reason, this tractor has an issue getting started. I don't know why. It has more horsepower than the other John Deere we have. Well, maybe it doesn't. I thought it did, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't. So it'll probably be this one we get rid of. Even though the other John Deere is much slower than this one. Alright. Get rolling. My least favorite thing to do, but at least we don't have to do that much of the rolling. Yeah, I don't understand why that cloth is going so slow, but it is. So I still haven't really decided what I want to do over here. That's why I had taken out part of that field already off camera, as I was trying to, test some things out to see if I liked it or not, but still haven't figured that out yet. So it is still a work in progress for us. Alright, so the roller's going. This is only a few more passes. I'll just let him do his thing. We need to get... Where's it at? There it is. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick up the header off the trailer or not without the swather picking it up, but we're going to attempt it. And actually move the swather header over to a rack. Now, the straw that we're going to get from the oak, we're not going to take all of that straw and put it into the methane plant. We're going to keep some of it because we need some of it for our cows, which are going to be coming soon. I don't think it'll be this episode, but probably the next one more than likely. If not that one, it'll definitely be the one after that. It will let me pick it up. Look at that. Look at that. Well, not well, but it does let me pick it up. Normally, it won't be this wobbly because I'm literally going to be having whatever the implement is drive it straight to me. I'm just going to take this real nice and slow. Because there is a bit of a hill here. It's not too bad. Just a very gradual drop in elevation. You can see I can't fit it all the way to the top. I almost can, but it just doesn't quite reach there. So we've got to go a little bit lower. Uh-oh. I'm causing all kinds of issues here, aren't I? There we go. Well, that's not perfect. Actually, let's pick that back up. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So we can stick one there, one there, one there, and one there. Like the corn header can easily fit up here with the swather. And then we'd have enough room for the other two main headers. Completed their job, huh? Okay. I would say, yeah, you did your job. Okay, you're good. Alright, so let's get the other one going here. Where's he at? There he is. Our carrots, the soup factory, it has run out of carrots, surprisingly. Actually, I guess it's not surprising. We had a ton of carrots in there, and it's been a number of episodes since we put anything else in there. So I guess it's not that surprising, but regardless, it has run out. So, it's a good thing that our beets and everything else are ready to harvest, because we can put those in there and start making that soup. There's still some frame rate drops. You just saw it there. There are some, definitely. But I think moving some of the stuff that I had over here off to the side, even though it's still close together, has helped a little bit. But it's still there. It's still definitely there. There's plenty of digestate in here, so you think what I'm going to do, gang, is I'm going to sell, like we did last time, because it's getting ready to flip over. So we're going to sell this. In 2 minutes, we'll get a good chunk of change again. A lot of money. A lot of money. Where is my cloth? There it is. $397,000 just from that. That's nuts, man. That is nuts. All right, let's put this away. And we're going to go ahead. I think we're going to put the sunflowers straight back in this episode. So let's get our planter here. We'll use the cloth, the new cloth. Need to fill it up. So I think I'm going to do something different as well with this area. I want to keep those solar panel little shed things. I want to keep those. I'm going to have to touch that up. But I think I'm going to move them. I don't know where I'm going to move them yet, but I think I'm going to move them. Just put it like that. So we're not going to start planting this yet. It will catch up to the harvester very, very quickly. So we're just going to get it ready to go, and then we'll leave it there for right now. I'm going to turn it off. Save some gas. Let me fix this. That shed's kind of in the way, unfortunately, but, you know, it is what it is. What are you going to do? Don't think it missed anything, but let's just let's hit these little sections right here where some of our productions are, just to be safe. Yeah, it did miss a little bit of it, but it's not much. That'll work. Perfect. We'll run back here and make sure that nothing was missed here on the awkward shape we've made. We kind of made a, I don't even know what you would call it. It's another awkward shape, I guess. But yeah, there's a little section here that was missed. I don't even know if that was drilled now that I'm looking at it. Was it drilled? It was drilled. It was. Alright. That's done. We need to lime it now. So we've got to flip out all the fertilizer that we have here and get some lime. So I'm just going to unload these kind of right here. And we're going to jump out of that really quick before I forget. And I could just do it in the menu, but since we're here, let's just walk over here. We're going to jump over here really quick and turn this back to storing. Because we got to have some fertilizer. There's still a 52,000 digestate in there. Well, it hasn't flipped over yet, right? That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Well, there's still... Well, maybe I should keep it selling. Because there's still 19,000 liters in here. That's pretty much full. We'll let it go for a little bit. Maybe at the end of the episode we'll do it again. We'll do it again. That's got to be... Oh, he's full. Okay, hold on a second. Whoa. They're all getting really full. We got to get unloading here, gang. He's definitely missing parts up here, but we can touch it up. It's actually not that bad. It's better than I was expecting him to do. That's mostly because we have removed some of the trees up here. But as you expect, he is missing some. So let's go get some lime. You may have noticed I did specifically I specifically made a square, dark square spot right here on purpose, because that's kind of the area where you can put stuff in there. I just wanted to make it easier on myself to see where I had been, or where I can go to put stuff in there, I guess is what I should say. So I think a lot of this we'll probably put on the worker as well. I just want to get around here at the front by the fence because they have issues with that, and then we'll throw it on a worker. It's going to need to be filled up a few times. We know that already, but that's okay. We'll get it taken care of. Let's get our fabric, and let's move it over to Grandma's house here. Man, I love our farm, though. Our farm is so good. Don't let me forget about putting some wheat in for the chickens, though. Don't let me forget, gang. Alright, one's got a full grain tank. Let's make sure I turn this on. I think I did. Where's the trigger at? Where's the trigger at? There it is. I think I turned this on already, off camera. I think. Close fabric. Yes. Yes. It's already making them. Perfect. Uh-oh. We're freezing up again. I don't know what's going on in my game. Maybe I've got too much in the game itself for it to handle. I don't know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Alright, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully that doesn't continue. But yeah, we've got it going, so we're good there. So we can go ahead and put this away. I think it said one of them was full. I'm assuming it's the sunflowers, right? Has to be, because we were unloading up there, so it has to be sunflowers. Let's put this back really quick, and then we'll flip over there and unload the sunflowers. All right, we threw in a little quick time lapse there. Got some more stuff done. We started drilling the sunflowers back into here. We're going to need to do a lot of things here. It looks like it does not need lime, which is good, but we'll need to do some spraying here, and we also have to roll it, which is why I pulled the roller over here. Our big field is already done, so that's good. We don't have to worry about that for a while. The field over there is doing well. We need to start picking up the straw off the ground over there, and we need to take this back and get some fertilizer, because we're going to need it. It is full, so we need to flip this around here. We unloaded some into the silo. We're probably going to unload all of the product, the sunflowers and the rest of this oat, into the silo for now. I have plans for both of them, honestly. I just don't know if I want to utilize implement we already have, or if I want to put down a different production or whatever it may be. But we're going to utilize them for productions. We probably will sell some of that stuff in there as well. But at this point, with the amount of money we got and the amount of money we're able to bring in, there's no reason for us not to sell it until it's at its best, if we are just going to sell it. So that's the reason why they are going in. Whoa, easy there, Z. That's the reason they're going into the silos. So, because I don't believe... Uh-oh, system's freezing up again. There's something wrong with the game here, gang. I might have to do an update or something. I think it just froze. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but regardless, canola is best to sell in November. It's 3874 right now in the co-op, and it's dropping, so maybe we should sell the canola. We can make canola oil out of it, though. Canola oil is a pretty good price. And canola oil is $6,000. Also best now. We sold some of it already. That's how we got some of the money back from everything we purchased overnight. All right. We need a bucket is what we should get. We should get a little bucket for one of our wheel loaders, so we could just put some wheat in the bucket and we could dump it into our chickens, because we really don't need to fill up a whole massive trailer load of it like we have, right? We don't need all of that. We got to fertilize it. So let's take this over here. Let's unload this. We're going to have a lot of lime to deal with. We can clean it up a little bit. We can probably put the lime in our little barn that we made, where we keep our roller at. May not be the best place for it, though, actually. We may not actually do that, but let's get some fertilizer filled up in here. We're just going to go ahead and top off whatever else we have in here with fertilizer that's been created here. There's no reason to not. It won't be full, but it'll give us a decent amount, I think. Oh, maybe it will get full. Dang, we're getting a lot in there. Maybe it processed that much. I would not have thought it would process that much, but I guess it has. Yeah, it's full. Well, we'll have to keep an eye. It's going to... I mean, there's still tons of digestate in here, right? There's still 42,000 liters of digestate, so I feel like maybe we do put it in selling. But there's really not a whole lot in there to sell right now. We'll leave it. We'll leave it for right now. But we've got to get all that straw picked up. I was really wanting to maybe potentially harvest one of the root crops today as well. I just don't think we're going to have the time to do it, gang. This episode's already pretty long. I had a very, very long episode recently. I don't want to do another 2-hour episode. Last episode was significantly shorter. This one will probably be about your normal hour-ish amount. But, yeah. I need to get into this harvester quick here, because there's this little sliver there that they missed. I don't know why. It's just like the lining gets messed up, and they leave a little small amount. It's not like it's going to make or break. It's not going to give us a ton more, but it is a little bit more. Like that little straw right there wasn't even worth it. It didn't even give me a liter. Not even 1 liter. But when there was like 4 or 5 of them, you definitely get a liter out of it. A liter's not much, but it is something. Alright. He's going to catch up pretty quickly, so I think we'll put a worker on rolling, and then we can kind of follow the worker. With our fertilizing, and then we've got to come over here and spray it still. So we're not going to utilize it today, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do it, gang. We're going to go ahead and buy Field 24. We're not going to utilize it today, but at least we have it now, and we can start doing some of the wood stuff that I want to do, because there's a lot of trees up there. A lot of people have been using... I think it's a big-time unrealistic cheat, but everybody seems to be using it. It's like a moving sawmill, basically, I guess is what it is, or a moving sell point for wood. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is do it a little bit more of the realistic way. I'm going to chop down the trees. I'll probably leave the stumps all there, at least for now. Chop down the trees and get a winch and winch them off the hill up there. I think that's my plan. And then I want to put them into some kind of a woodworking production that we could turn them into something else. Ideally, I want to make coal. Charcoal, basically. Right? That's what I want to do. I haven't seen anybody in this series do charcoal. I kind of want to do that. As far as in real life grilling and stuff, the charcoal is what I prefer. So I kind of want to do charcoal because of that reason. But we'll see. We'll see. It has to make sense, right? If it's not worth our time and money, then maybe we won't. But that's kind of the idea I have, right? I want to do some charcoal. I think that would be fun. And something different. I don't want to be doing the same thing everybody else is doing, and I don't really necessarily know if I want to do everything in this series, where any of my other series I don't have anything new to show you, but it may end up getting to that point. I need to move this. It's going to be in the way. See? Blocked by an object. I told you. There's that. There's a bunch he missed. Where's my other harvester at? There he is. We got to clean all this up now, gang. There's a lot for us to clean up here. So we'll throw another time lapse in here. We're going to clean every bit of this up. There's a lot here. There's some down there that he hasn't touched either. We got a lot to do. So let me get this done. I'll be back with you guys when we're all said and done. Alright, with the exception of spraying that field, which we will get the sprayer over here and have put it on a worker and get that done pretty quickly. That field is done. We did have to kill a little bit of the corn, unfortunately. Just, I should have foresaw it coming. The worker drove into that and then just stopped, and there it was. So, not a whole lot I could do about that, unfortunately, but oh well. Wasn't that big of a loss, luckily. So let's go ahead and put this over here for right now. And we'll get our wheel loader and drop the fork on there, or drop the header on there like I said we would do, onto the fork. And kind of show you what I'm talking about. If you line it up properly with this, you really don't have to do a whole lot. Just like that. Jump back out of there. Come back into here. Whoop. That didn't work. It didn't work. Okay, maybe it's not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Well, that went well. I literally just messed up that whole header in real life. Whoops. Alright, let's try this again. I promise I tested this out and it worked. I promise. There we go. There we go. This probably isn't that realistic in real life either, but it's going to work. So, we're going to do it. Hey, just like that. Nice and easy. I'm going to put this right here for now because we're going to need to utilize it here again in just a second. Actually, we might not have to. The other harvester might be able to just bring the header and drop it off down there without me having to pick it up, but we'll find out soon enough. We'll have to do a little bit more maneuvering here in the barn, I think. Probably put both of the harvesters right next to each other, ideally, right? Which means we got to move that loading wagon, which we will because we're going to use it anyway for picking up the straw. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to do it in this episode or not. Maybe we'll do a little bit of it. This episode's long already, right? So, oh my gosh, he's drilling that field. Are you kidding me? Oh God. I should have saw that coming too. Well, that sucks. I guess we've got some sunflowers in that field now. Damn it. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. Shit. Well, not a lot I can do about it now. I should have probably just taken over there at the end to make sure all of that was done properly, but it is what it is now. There's nothing I can do about it. Actually, before that roller's done and does something stupid like that, you're done, buddy. You're not doing it anymore. You're done. We'll just take whatever that little bit of sunflowers is there that's all screwed up. We'll leave it as is, I guess. There's not really a whole lot I can do about it now. That growing stage is completely different from the corn, so... Oh well. Damn it. I should have foresaw that. That one's on me, gang. That one's on me. Alright, let's get into this real quick and have the worker at least spray it. While I'm taking this stuff back here. At least begin to take it back. Worker should not turn around on that one. He should get to the end and say done. keep an eye on it. So we'll put the sunflowers in the silo. And we need to put in some of the wheat and go feed the chickens before I forget. Alright, you're done. Even if you don't want to be, you're done. Alright, we just gotta spray that field and that field's done. Alright, I've put pretty much everything away now with the exception of this. We're gonna get the sprayer out. This is gonna be kind of in the way for a minute, but we'll just set it here for now. I can realign everything here in the barn off camera. Not really something I don't think you really need to see is me just moving stuff back and forth all around the place. That's kind of dumb. Alright, so we've got plenty of herbicide in here, I think, for that whole field, so utilize the new cloths here. We'll put this on a worker. I'm going to do one quick pass with it, and then we'll put it on a worker. I'm so upset about that goof right there. That sucks. It really sucks. There's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately, so it is what it is. I'm actually going to try to get pretty close here to the edge and spray the portion that was re-drilled. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be fully fertilized or anything like that, but if we can keep the weeds out of there, I think that will be pretty good. So yeah, we're not going to probably have enough time to at least put on camera picking up all of the straw. But you've seen me do that many, many times, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. So I will do a little bit, and then we'll do the rest of that off camera. I do believe, starting in the next episode, we will have another new tractor. I will upgrade that other John Deere. I don't know. It might be another Claas, or it might be that same Massey Ferguson again. I haven't decided yet, but it's got to be around 200 horsepower if it's not 200 horsepower, right? It's got to be way up there. There's no reason at this point with the kind of money we're intaking here that we don't have the best tractors we can get at 200 horsepower. So 197 is pretty daggone close. I really would consider that still to be 200 horsepower. So I'm not going to, like I said, perfectly look for 200 horsepower, but as long as it's close, we're going to take it. All right, we'll put that on a worker. Should be fine now, hopefully. We've got to do some work here. Not much, but we do have to do some. Okay, that is done. We can go over here and drop the header off on the forks, or see if, well, I think we can actually just drive up to it. I'm going to try it. I don't think we're going to be able to. Yeah, if we lower it down, yeah, that's perfect. I don't even need to get the wheel loader out there. Although I probably should have moved it over a little bit more, but I don't know. I think another header will fit on too. It might not be the perfect fit, but I think it will. All right, so that's just going to have to stay there for a minute because there's really no room for it at the moment until I'm able to move everything around in there. We can put this back in the barn, or the shed. I keep calling it a barn. It's a shed. All right, we need to get the... Where's it at? Here it is. We need to fill this up with wheat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120 Don't know how much they need, but we have not fed the chickens in a while, so I would assume it's a decent amount. Where's the trigger at? There it is. So they took a lot. 1,451 liters still in there. So I think what we'll do on this field next, more than likely, it's either this field or that field, depending on my idea that I want to test out over there, is put in a wheat or maybe a barley. Something that the chickens can eat, because we don't have a whole lot of food left for them. So we need something for them. Right, so this is done. So I think we'll just put this over here for right now. Kind of put it out of the way. And we're going to go pick up our loading wagon here. This should give us enough room now to put the other cloths in as well, which is good, the other harvester. Let's just make sure the worker's doing what I want them to do. They are. Okay, good deal. We're going to have to touch up a little bit there because it can't go all the way because of the trees, but that's not a big deal. We can do that pretty easily. Let's back this guy in. I should have folded up the other one too. I didn't do that. They are the same. They just look a little bit different because I bought a different version of the same thing. They're both 200 horsepower. One says Dominator, one says Mega, but they're the exact same thing. Let me fold this back up. There we go. All right. So I think we're going to start over here because I want to try. It's not going to be. It might not even be the episode, but next episode. But I want to try to think of something else to do down here at the end. It's a bit of a mess. The incline here is pretty severe. It really won't let me do a whole lot with it, unfortunately. It's saying that it's not my land, even though it allows me to come down here and harvest it and pick everything up off the ground. It's saying it's not, because ideally I would just, paint over this with something, whether it's grass like I did here, dried up grass, or something else. But unfortunately, that's not the case at the current moment, so I have to figure something else out. I'm not quite sure. I might just drill some grass into the ground. That probably is the smartest move, but I'll figure something out. But we're going to get a full load of this, and we'll probably put this first load into the BGA, and then we're probably going to, off camera, do the rest of this, and I will put probably almost all of it into the silo for safekeeping, because cows they're imminent. They're coming. So really all we need is our grass field to get to the next growing stage. I mean, I could mow it now. It would just be a smaller yield. And I can mow it next month for a little bit more of a yield, but still a smaller yield. But regardless, that's our next step, right? We got to get the grass, and then we've got to get either a dryer, which Northern Farm Sim's using a dryer that I think a lot of people are using. I'm not sure if I want to use that one or not. I like to try to do a little bit of a different approach. My map, I don't like to take everybody else's ideas and just run with them. I like to do my own thing. But sometimes, there's not really a better option. So we'll see. I potentially might utilize that dryer, or maybe I just, get a tedder and do it myself. I don't know yet. I really haven't decided yet. That's something I'm kind of in the process of working on and thinking about. So we'll see. By the time this episode comes out, I've probably already recorded the following one. So if you do have an idea. It's not that I'm ignoring your idea. I may have just already had a video recorded. Maybe I utilize that idea in the future. But we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. We'll see what I think about between now and the next episode, and what I think makes the most sense. So once we get down here to the end of this strip here, I'm going to jump into our semi and go unload the rest of the oat into our silo, because it's kind of in our way now. And then we've got to go over there. Our worker is evidently done, so we've got to go over there and touch up the little section that they missed. And that's pretty much going to be it, gang, for this episode. And it's another long episode, but not a 2-hour long episode, at least. At least it shouldn't be. But I love how every episode we're adding something else useful, or something that is new to the farm. We'll unload that. Let's turn this around real quick. Yes, I don't have access. I know. Thank you. Perfect. So we'll go drop this off the BGA, the methane plant there. Like I said, the rest of it more than likely will go into the silo, depending on how much we get. This is a lot. 35,000 liters is a lot, so this will make us some money. And we'll have some for the cows. Now, there is a TMR plant that Northern Farm Sim is utilizing in his series. I have used that before I created a second farming channel on my main channel. I have utilized that before. I really like it. I may end up using that for the TMR. I don't know. So that kind of goes against what I was just saying, but I've used it before and I really like it, so I'm going to have a hard time not utilizing it. It is a very, very useful implement or production for TMR. Because you can literally just drop your grass, your straw, and your hay into it. And it has its own little sections for each one, and it's just really easy and convenient to use. So that's kind of why I'm saying that. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of makes sense, I guess. That's what I'm trying to get at. All right. And with that, gang, we will leave the episode there. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. Helps me out a ton. When we get back here in the next episode, we've got a lot of things to do. I don't think any other field will be ready to harvest. Actually, I know no other field will be ready to harvest in the next episode. So we will have a little bit more time to be able to work on our root crop fields and that other field up there. And we got to drill this field over here, too. So a lot of things still to do in the next episode, and we'll be crunched for time once again. But hope you all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. Again, it's free, helps me a ton. Subscribe to my other channels, links down below in the description. And until next time, I will see each and every single one of you in the next episode.